Hi, and welcome to Performance G2's video training series. My name is Craig. In this video, I will be demonstrating the use of slicers in Cognos 8.4 Report Studio. Cognos does not recommend using relational style filters against OLAP data sources. You should use slicers or the filter function when working with OLAP data sources. Today, we will focus on slicers. So here we are in Report Studio. What I'm going to do is create a crosstab using the Great Outdoor Sales data source, which is one of the sample data sources provided by Cognos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand on the years dimension, the years hierarchy, and I'm going to drag the year level to my columns. Going to expand on the products dimension, the products hierarchy, and take the product line level to my rows. Then I'm going to grab revenue, drag it to the measures area of the crosstab. Now when I run this report, it is unfiltered data. So I have my product lines across my years, and I'm looking at the revenue amounts. As you can see, camping equipment did $332 million in sales in 2004. Now what I want to do is I want to narrow the focus of this report for just the countries United States and Canada. In order to do this, I'm going to create a slicer. I'm going to hover over Query Explorer and go to Query 1. Now from my toolbox in the Insertable Objects pane, I have this object called a slicer member set. I'm going to drag this into the slicer. Since the only data I'm interested in is for Canada and the US, I'm going to open up a set function, and I'm going to expand on my sales region dimension, my sales region hierarchy, my country level, and the members folder. I'm going to grab Canada, drag it into the set function, comma, drag United States, close my set function. Now I could click OK, run this report, and as you can see, camping equipment in 2004 now returns a value of 82 million. So it's obviously filtered for just Canada and the United States. Now let's say we want to make this slicer a little bit more dynamic. I don't actually want to hard code in Canada and the United States, and I'd rather prompt the users for what countries they want to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on this slicer and edit it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove United States and Canada from that set function. And in order to build a prompt, I actually want a prompt on the countries. So I'm going to expand the sales region dimension, the sales region hierarchy, and I'm going to take the country level and drag it into the set expression. Now in order to prompt on slicers, I don't actually use the equals operator or the in operator. What we use instead is we use a dash greater than sign followed by my parameter. So question mark, C question mark, and close the set function. Now you can see when I validate this, it will actually show me what my prompt will look like. I tend to just close down this window whenever it comes up because selecting a value in there will actually make it the new default value for that parameter. As long as that prompt comes up, I know my syntax is correct. I'm going to click OK and run the report once again. Now at this point in time, I could choose any countries, click OK, and I can see it worked from the different numbers here on camping equipment in 2004. Now I'm at 16 million. Well, to make this a little more friendly, let's go and change the title of our report. So I'm going to go back to Page Explorer, Page 1, and double-click to edit my title. Now what I want to show in my title is the values that were passed in to our parameter, and I can do this through a layout calculation. Let's drag this layout calculation up beside my text item, and I'm going to click on my Parameters tab and simply double-click on my parameter. Now one of the quickest ways to do formatting here is I'm actually going to pick up the formatting on this text item, and I can do that from the toolbar. I can pick up the style, select my layout calculation, and apply the style. Now when I run this report, I'm going to choose China and Finland, and I can see my title is accurate. Now what if you wanted only a single select prompt? I'm going to show you how to change that slicer to make it into a single selection. I'm going to go to Query Explorer, Query 1, and double-click on my slicer to edit. Now the only thing that distinguishes a multi-select prompt from a single select prompt when working with slicers is the set. So if I remove my set function and click OK, when I run this report, you now see that it is a single select prompt. Only Germany is returned. Now let's say I wanted to return everything to the report except what was selected at the prompt. What I'm going to do is we can accomplish this by editing our slicer once again. Double-click on my slicer, and I'm going to clear this out. We could do this by making use of the except function. The except function takes two arguments. The first argument I'm going to pass in for my sales region dimension, I'm going to pass in the country level. So right now this will return countries, and the second argument is what countries I don't want returned. I'm going to make this a multi-select prompt. So in order to do that, I open up my set function. I'm going to drag my country level into the set function, dash greater than question mark C question mark. Close my set, close my except. And I'm going to click OK. Now I should change the title of the report to reflect the data that's returned. So I'm going to go to Page Explorer, Page 1. I'm going to double-click on my text item countries, And we'll change this to read all countries except space and OK. Now when I run this report, multi-select prompt, I'm going to choose a few countries here and click OK. So there we have it. The report is returned for all countries except Australia, Canada, Germany, and Italy. Thank you for watching this short video demonstration of Performance G2's course curriculum.